What is BMW's best M Series model? What is it about the BMW M Series that makes it so unique? What distinguishes the BMW M Series from other BMW models in the company's range is the fact that they feature more powerful engines that are more aggressive in their performance. It's essentially taking any vehicle from their current range, increasing the engine's volume and speed, increasing the price, and slapping the M Series label on the back. Here we are again with another video, and today we're talking about the best M Series models of BMW. Like, comment, and subscribe is the only best that you could do as well. Now let's start. 2021 BMW M2, starting at $59,895. In the world of high-performance automobiles, the term compromise is a curse. But worry not, since the 2021 BMW M2 competition will not be required to put a quarter in the swear jar. If you compare it to the standard BMW 2 Series, this beefed-up coupe badass has a meaner mug and broader hips, a chassis that's been optimized for racing, and a more powerful engine. The hard-charging, high-revving twin-turbo straight-six devours straightaways at a rate faster than Kobayashi could eat hot dogs in a single sitting. While we prepare for the elimination of manual transmission, this small BMW continues to battle for the survival of the human species. It also comes quick with a quick dual-clutch automatic transmission. The stiff ride and unattractive interior of the cheaper M240i are less concerned. Still, the actual M vehicle is fantastic, mainly because it is an uncompromising driver's car, earning it a position on our Editor's Choice list of the best cars. Engine and performance. Engine specs for the M2 include a snorty twin-turbo 3.0-liter inline-six that produces 405 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque, as well as a sporty suspension. The rear wheels are connected to the engine and gearbox through a 6-speed manual transmission as standard or an optional 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. When you crank the engine to its red line of 7,600 RPM, it moves the M2 with uncontrolled fury and causes stomach butterflies in the driver. The M2's grueling journey, like an intense scene from the film 50 Shades of Grey, calls for a safe word. However, there isn't one. Those who are ready to put up with the torture on the highway will be rewarded with complete bliss on the racetrack. When driving in this environment, the M2 behaves as if it were an extension of the driver, with a joyously aggressive push and a clairvoyant chassis. Interior. The M2 competition stimulates the senses when driving and attracts the attention on the road, but its low-quality cabin does none of these things well or efficiently. However, panel fit and quality are lacking for a vehicle of this price range, despite the presence of sporty carbon fiber and fake suede trim. Not all of the vehicles that some experts examine are accepted into our long-term fleet for 40,000 miles of rigorous testing, but the M2 is one such vehicle. Drivers notice an increasing amount of squeaks and rattles on the inside throughout the first 25,000 miles of the test, which continued throughout the remainder of the test. The driver's sitting posture and the logical organization of the controls are particularly appealing. It has 4 seats, but for more extended travel, it is ideally suited to 2 travelers, their baggage, and a few personal belongings, such as a change of clothes. 2022 BMW M3, starting at $70,895. When the letters M and 3 appear together on a model badge, the driver can anticipate a fantastic driving experience. And this is true once again with the BMW M3 sedan, which will be released in 2022. The stylistic stigma attached to it is easily ignored as you engage the delightful manual transmission or push the smooth 6-cylinder to redline. Because rear-wheel drive and a manual transmission are required, the base 473 horsepower M3 is known as the purest M3. If faster lap times are more essential to you, the competition model sports an upgraded twin-turbo straight-six engine with 503 horsepower and a chassis that has been modified for the track. It is only available with an automatic transmission, but it is only method to add all-wheel drive to the vehicle. The ferocious BMW may be transformed back into a calm everyday car when the track day is over. Engine and performance. The M3 sedan, like the forthcoming M4 coupe, is powered by a 3.0-liter inline-six engine with twin turbochargers. The standard version generates 473 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque, which is sent to the vehicle's rear wheels. A 6-speed manual gearbox is the only transmission available. The engine in the M3 competition is even more potent, producing 503 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque, but it is only available with an 8-speed automatic transmission. The M3 competition is equipped with rear-wheel drive as standard, but is also available with an all-wheel drive system that incorporates a rear-wheel drive mode as an option. Every M3 is also equipped with adaptive dampers and a brake pedal with a customizable feel. Interior. The inside of the M3 is almost identical to the ordinary 3 Series, exception for special M badging and trim accents. This means that the M3 has the same design, passenger room, and outward visibility as its more pedestrian sibling, despite its smaller size. While M vehicles are recognized for their more powerful performance, they also have materials and construction quality that are on par with or better than the top-of-the-line 3 Series. Unquestionably, the M3 has additional carbon fiber and micro-suede details for a sportier appearance. With the M3, the driver is presented with a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster that can be switched to M View in the sportier drive modes, triggered by conspicuous red buttons on the M3's big steering wheel. When you switch to M View, a shift indicator is added, and the conventional tachometer is replaced with a more easily read tachometer. 2022 BMW M4, starting at $72,795. The 2022 BMW M4 is every bit as thrilling as its M3 sedan sister, but it's only available as a coupe or soft-top convertible, unlike its M3 counterpart. The basic hardtop model is only available with rear-wheel drive, a delightful manual gearbox, and a thrilling 473 horsepower twin-turbo straight-six engine in the base configuration. With an improved 503 horsepower engine, a snappy automatic transmission, and a unique chassis adjustments, the competition model should be able to post faster lap times at the local racetrack. The automatic M4 is available with all-wheel drive, and the snappy system includes a rear drive mode worthy of a drifting championship. Regardless of body form or power delivery, the M4 is a blast to drive, and its ride is surprisingly comfortable when chasing epexes is an irregular part of your daily routine. We would have liked traditional gauges instead of the incomprehensible digital one, and we would have had less customizable driving mode selections, but the 2022 M4 is a joy to drive, and that is what counts. Engine and performance. The M4 is powered by a 3.0-liter inline-six engine with twin turbochargers available in 2 different outputs. The basic version generates 473 horsepower and 406 pound-feet of torque. It makes for an excellent combination with rear-wheel drive and a 6-speed manual gearbox. With this arrangement, we were able to accelerate from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in 3.8 seconds and complete the quarter mile in 12.0 ticks at 121 miles per hour. The competition variant is even more powerful, producing 503 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque, but it only comes with an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Only the M4 competition may be configured with a rear-biased all-wheel drive system, which helps make up for the absence of a manual transmission. Adjustable brake pedal feel is standard on every M4. An electronically regulated exhaust system that becomes louder in Sport and Sport Plus performance modes is available as an option on every M4. Interior. Although the M4 has the same interior layout and passenger capacity as a conventional 4 Series, it has a selection of distinctive materials and confident choices inspired by motor racing. Its thick-rimmed steering wheel is equipped with a pair of red buttons that control the vehicle's M driving mode. Carbon fiber trim pieces and long paddle shifters positioned on the steering column may also be added to the inside to make it more luxurious. The standard M Sport seats are well bolstered and include an illuminated logo, an integrated headrest, and ventilation, which is available for the first time on an M4. The optional carbon fiber front seats not only look fantastic, but they're also much lighter than the regular seats and can be adjusted even further forward. While the rear seat isn't as spacious as the one in the M3 sedan, it isn't a torture dungeon, and there is additional legroom compared to the previous model. 2022 BMW X3m, starting at $70,895. The 2022 BMW X3m possesses the agility and speed of a sports car, not a big crossover. The M's performance gap with the X3 is proven whenever the driver flattens its accelerator or bends it into a fast turn. The X3m's sweet twin-turbo straight-six engine creates up to 503 horsepower, and all-wheel drive sends it to the ground, and lets the Utes booty slide about in rear drive drift mode. Its spacious luggage area and rear seat make it more practical than most BMW M vehicles. Besides its too-hard ride and unnecessarily complex variety of possible drive mode options, the 2022 X3m's only significant shortcomings are its remarkable performance, engine and performance. In this crossover, the inline 6-cylinder engine with twin turbochargers is as smooth as vital. The BMW M Performance division has tweaked the engine to produce between 473 and 503 horsepower and between 457 and 479 pound-feet of torque, depending on the configuration. The competition variant, which also has a standard sports exhaust system and 21-inch wheels, is the only one with increased power and performance. An 8-speed automatic gearbox and all-wheel drive are standard on every X3m. The latter has the capability of directing 100% of the engine's power to the rear wheels when necessary. In our testing, the 2020 X3m competition proved crazily fast and astonishingly agile for its size and weight. It accelerated from 0 to 60 miles in 3.3 seconds, bridged the gap between 50 and 70 miles per hour in 3.1 ticks, and finished the quarter mile in 11.6 seconds at a speed of 119 miles per hour. Interior. The new interior design of the 2022 X3m is shared with the standard X3, which has also been mildly restyled on the inside and outside. The full-blown M version outshines the competition with more conventional luxury amenities and a slew of unique embellishments. These include M badging on the front fenders, red drive mode switches on the steering wheel, and forcefully bolstered front seats, to name a few details. The competition option includes front chairs with more bolstering than the standard package. The use of high-quality materials throughout the interior demonstrates BMW's commitment to upmarket aesthetics. The 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, 14-way power front seats, customizable ambient interior lighting, and heated front seat cushions are all standard on this crossover, in addition to the leather upholstery and optional interior embellishments. 2022 BMW X4m, starting at $74,395. The 2022 BMW X4m combines high flair and outstanding performance with an eye-catching fastback roofline and up to 503 horsepower under the hood. BMW equips the X4m with a sport suspension that lets drivers shake the vehicle on a racing circuit and keep up with most sporting cars. The cabin is elegant and spacious enough for most adults. However, tall persons may find the rear headroom a touch cramped due to the cut roof. The X3m, reviewed separately, is essentially similar but for a boxier body that's excellent for transporting passengers and luggage. Engine and performance. Both variants are powered by a turbocharged inline-six engine with all-wheel drive as standard and an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Its engine generates 473 horsepower in the standard X4m, while it produces 503 horsepower in the competition variant. While testing the competition at our test track, we discovered that it had incredible acceleration, reaching 60 miles per hour in only 3.3 seconds. Compared to its primary competitor, the Mercedes-AMG GLC 63, the X4 accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in only 3.6 seconds. The X4m competition outperformed BMW's legendary M3 sports sedan in terms of acceleration, thanks to the additional traction provided by the vehicle's standard all-wheel drive system. The standard X4's driving behavior is already penetrating, and the M division's returning of the suspension has resulted in an even stiffer ride and even more outstanding cornering grip than before. Interior. The X4m's interior is upscale and athletic, with a driver-focused layout and accessible sitting position. Features like heated front seats and a panoramic sunroof are standard. The slanted roofline doesn't encroach on the backseat as much as predicted, and most average-height passengers will be comfortable. Unlike the X3m, we could stow 8 carry-on luggage behind the back seat and 18 with a flat rear seat. Having BMW M Models is similar to getting a vehicle with equal performance capabilities and cost to Porsche and Corvette, but with a functional rear seat and trunk space instead of just a trunk. They are far more practical semi-exotic than Porsche and Corvette, both quite expensive. They are suitable for use as a daily driver as well. What else are you looking for anyway? If you agree with this, you may leave a remark below, and we'll see you again next time.